Okay. Hi, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Before the Post. We are back. I am well. My voice is back. I don't know how many people would be happy about that, but my voice is back. Anyway, we have a very competitive race card ahead of us. Some very competitive races. We have the PBMM. This is like basically the derby for the younger horses. It's a grade 1 race. So let's go through this card. Okay.
First race, we've got a class 2 run over a mile. We've got 5 runners. Shrikant, what are your thoughts? What do you think about King's Gambit, Zafferano?
Not only the younger horses, I think we should have a look at Opus Day also. The 6-year-old has been running really well. Last time out, came out and won pretty impressively in the same distance in a class 2. So coming into this race, still has a chance, but credentials of King's Gambit is really good, running behind Finn Boss. Though,
Twice.
yeah, though in a longer distance, now coming down to mile. And we have a proven winner from class 4 and class 3 back to back. That is 7 and mile. That is Zafrano. So it's a bit confusing. It is not a fair comparison, but can't do much. We have to pick one.
Even Breakpoint was taken to a 10 for long. Now he's come back to a mile. But King's Gambit has run third in that hot pace to Finn Boss. Before that, ran second to Finn Boss in the Oaks. The only thing that might be a disadvantage is that from a 12, she's back to a mile. And Zafferano was very impressive last time, won very well, and is running at 52.5. What do you think, Tyra?
I like the 4-year-olds in this. King's Gambit has been very impressive in her last 2 starts. Now coming down to 1600 meters. She should get this on class based on how she's been campaigned. But I like Zafferano. I think he's a very good horse. I think he's coming up the ranks. Yeah, I definitely think it's between them two. I will say the Derby was a difficult race. It was 2,400 meters. I don't know how she's taken that race. If she's taken it well, definitely King's Gambit will be the one to beat.
So, can we move on with the picks? We'll start with our leading champion,
Who has
Shrikant.
crossed
What would
200?
Yes.
Yeah, I like Opus Day, but I like the class of King's Gambit, so I'm going to go with King's Gambit.
Hey.
I'm gonna go with Zafferano simply because I think King's Gambit ran a very tough race, and I think the best of Zafferano is yet to come. So I think he's a little bit unknown as well, and just also because of the distance, she's coming down after 2,400 meters and the weight. So I'm gonna go with Zafferano.
I'm also kind of confused between the two, but I would give the edge to King's Gambit just because she's run good graded company and that's a very good line to follow.
We move on to the second race of the day. It's 2,400 meters, mile and a half, and we've got 7 runners. Interestingly, in this race to start off, in the previous outing, we had about 4 horses that ran the same distance. So it's a good comparison to go by. So based on that, it's basically breaking down the previous race, the previous run race. If we break down, however good that we break down that race, we will find a winner in this race. So Tyra, why don't you throw some light on the previous race that these horses ran in?
Yeah, so based on the last race that was won by Diego Garcia, we had Little John and Caccini both closing in at the end. Now with the change in the weights, Little John does come out on top in this. Caccini also being ridden by David Allen. And so we'll have to see. They definitely come out better than Diego Garcia in this race.
Yeah, I agree. Caccini has been improving, I feel, with every run. And David Allen is on board. Chicago Chimes has won in the lower class, but this set might be tough for him. Little John also gained ground in the end last time.
But last time he was carrying 59. Now he's carrying 55 with allowance. It's a tough one. You guys go first. I'll go last.
So basically, Diego Garcia has been reversed in the weights. So I would give a slight edge to Caccini.
Yeah, last time out, actually, I like the way Harrison won his 2,000-meter race. And then coming into the previous race, I was actually liking Harrison, but we could see that Harrison had a small niggle after the race. I don't know what happened over there. But looking at that race, both Little John and Caccini, they were catching up really well. Based on the weights, I would also agree with Yazan and give Caccini the edge.
I like Caccini with David Allen on board, but then I also like Little John based on last time. I also think we can give another chance to Harrison. Okay, since you guys are going with Caccini, which I also, okay, I'm gonna go with Little John.
Now we move on to the third race of the day. It's a class 4 mile race.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a big field of 15 horses. It's very confusing. The more you look into this race, the more confusing it gets. So, Yasan, why don't you simplify
Yeah,
this
okay,
race for us?
I'll start. So we come down to the most competitive race of the day, I feel. We've got winners like Marius, and then a second. Then Ekaterina also disappointed in her previous start, but was a winner before that. Algonquin was a winner also in his last start. Then we've got Her Charge, who just got beat in her last start. Gold Bar also got beat, and interestingly, Vivek G is riding for Adhiraj. And Lickety Split also drifted out and got beat last time. So I feel these are the horses that can be in contention. It's quite a competitive race.
Absolutely, I agree with you on that. All these horses come into contention. We can also look into the bottom weighted Warlock.
Yeah,
Ran fifth the last time out to looking like a Wav, ran fourth in the same race. So Warlock carrying bottom weight, having the King K bloodline coming into this race, and Mile might suit him. Only disappointment is that he's got a bad draw. 13 is a little wide in a big field, and it is a mile race. You don't know whether to go to the front and settle down or lay off back, taking a few checks. It's a tricky one. So, other than that, also Gold Bar comes into contention. Last time out, ran second in a 6 furlong in class 4, now coming into mile. And a positive jockey change, as you mentioned, from Santosh G to Vivek G, I think that might help. Also, Merchant of Venice winner of last time out with Nirmal Jodha in a mile. So beating Marius, oh, it's a tough one. That is what the more we dig deep into this race, the more confusing it gets. And also,
they have been interfered in that same
yeah,
race, not getting
and
opening.
another thing is Ekaterina was pushed to 2,400. Maybe she didn't like that, so has been brought back to mile. That might work in her favor.
She won a 10 for long last time. Is it okay if we don't pick in this race?
This is a very, very tough race. Lots of horses with a chance. I mean, in a big field of 15, it's also about the running of the race. I think, I mean, if I look at it, I like the top weighted Merchant of Venice, and I also like Marius. Marius is now 3 kilos better on the scales than Merchant of Venice, but Merchant of Venice has a very good jockey on board this time with Anthony Raj, and if he jumps well, will run a very tough race. Yeah, I like Warlock also. He's been improving. He's carrying bottom weight. He ran fifth in his Mumbai reappearance after only running once at the end of Pune. And yeah, I think Mustaqim Alam's also been riding some very nice races. But yeah, very tough to pick. But in saying that, Shrikant, what's your pick?
I'm gonna stick to the handicap here, and I'm gonna give the chance to Warlock.
I'm gonna go with Merchant of Venice to repeat. What are you picking, Yazan?
After discussing the entire race and seeing how complicated it is, I would pick Looking Like a Wow, the top rated horse. Got Trevor on board.
Interesting. Let's move on to the fourth race of the day. This is the first baby race for maiden juveniles, over 1,200 meters. Very interesting. We have some horses that have never run before. We have a couple of Gotha Broads. Actually, we have 2 Gotha Broads. One of them hasn't run before. I really liked Pinnacle in her last run. I thought she was very impressive. She'll improve a lot from
She
that.
covered good ground.
Yep. Organized Chaos as well. Very impressive. I think he needed that run. So yeah, I like these two.
Bravion is running directly after Pune. Had run a good second to Starlight Serenade. When Bravion had run second, Nebula had finished third by a nose. So that line is not a bad line. Satyavan also positive jockey change from Mustaqim Alam to Anthony Raj, and has run fourth to Latios. So that was like short neck, short head, and 1 1/4 lengths, and covered good grounds. Pinnacle has run a good second, covering good ground, and Minari also improved last time, running third. So there are good, decent juveniles in this race Interesting.
That's a good rundown of all the horses, but out of all of them, I like the three things which you mentioned already. I even Tyra mentioned the Pinnacle run after covering a lot of ground in that previous outing. That's very impressive. After the experience coming into this race will be really good. Again, the same thing with Organized Chaos. Needed that outing. Last time out, when Organized Chaos ran, I picked Organized Chaos but ran third. That outing was really important. Now Trevor on board, it might be really good.
Just to add, Scorcher worked very well. Sir Churchill's also been working very well with already a fit horse in Raphael. Yeah, very difficult. I like Churchill as a stallion also. I mean, he has had Group 1 winners abroad in Vadeni, and then Churchill himself was a very, very good performer. He was champion 2-year-old and champion 3-year-old in Europe. He was dual Guineas winner, Irish and British Guineas winner. And Sir Churchill is working well. I think he will run a good race for first time out. But yeah, let's go to picks.
So I'm quite confused between Organized Chaos, Pinnacle, and Satyavan. But I really like the run of Satyavan for his first outing. So I would give the Indian pedigree a shot and go with Satyavan.
Okay. I really like Sir Churchill, but I think Pinnacle for her to run second to Lady Scarlet. And have that benefit of a run. I am gonna go with Pinnacle.
Yeah, I like your pick. Even I would have picked Pinnacle based on that run. But since you're not winning any of the previous races, I think I'm gonna pick Organized Chaos so that you win this race.
Okay, let's move on to the next race of the day. This is the big one, the Poonawalla Breeders Multi-Million. A race that everyone wants to win.
Yeah, generally, we used to have a big field for this race from all the centers. People used to come and campaign because this is where all the juveniles they start off their career with a feather on their cap and then move into the classics, which start in the summer in Bangalore. This time out, because of unforeseen circumstances, we have only the Western India Challengers. So it is limited to 9 horses. Most of the horses here are winner of their previous outings, except for Rambo. Talking about the winners, I think Buckingham is the horse we need to talk about because he's unbeaten. He's won both his starts and very impressively in the right distance. And then we also have Invictor. The last time out ran a crazy blinder of a race. On the bit, Invictor finished in that race. And then another horse which comes into contention here in this race has had only one outing and won that. That is Enrich. Last time out, won very impressively. That first time out coming and winning 7 furlongs against experienced horses is no joke. So Enrich stands a good chance in this race too. And then Blue Jet, Latin Moore out of Memory Bay. I think we can't forget that bloodline. Obviously, Blue Jet also stands a good chance in this race. What do you think, Tyra?
Yeah, I mean, very exciting race. Well, we have Invictor won superbly last time with David Allen on board. Then we have Enrich, very impressive, like you said. Buckingham, superb. Blue Jet, also the sister of a previous PBMM winner in Forest Flame. She ran a superb mock race after her win. She also has Suraj Naredu on board, who is going for his 4th PBMM in a row. He has won the last 3. But yeah, I mean, it's a very, very tough race. They've all been working very well, all very impressive. Lady Scarlet also was very impressive in her last run, was moving very well at the end. So yeah, I think it's very difficult. Very, very, very difficult, this race.
What do you think, Yazan?
There are quite a few decent horses running. Like the entire set has been impressive in all their runs. But I would point out, firstly, of course, Buckingham, winner of 2 races, and he fought back last time when Darton passed him. Invictor won by 5.5 lengths, beating Angelissa. Angelissa came out and won after that without moving a muscle. So that's a very strong line to follow. Margareta also had covered a lot of ground on her first outing and then won well in her second outing. Nebula, of course, has been right there all the time. You have the sponsor also having a runner with trainer Aman Hussain, Queen of Beauties. But
Sure.
I would pick between Invicta or Buckingham, even though Blue Jet is there. Before I pick Srikanth, don't you think it's too soon for Enrich?
That is what I thought in the previous outing, but he's been stripped fit. I saw him in the paddock, in the race. He looks pretty fit, and he'd been working really well. So coming into this race,
He's a very impressive looker.
yeah,
Even I was very
yes.
impressed the way he
So
looked.
So based on that, I would give good chance to Enrich, even compared to Blue Jet. But the small thing where Buckingham lost the lead and then came back fighting, that shows how good a horse is. Whether you come from the outside or the inside to pass the horses, if you don't hesitate and you pass, that shows the sign of a good horse. So based on that, I think everyone will be tracking Buckingham and the blue colors. It is like unmissable for the other jockeys. So they will be seeing where Buckingham is placed throughout the race. I think that is how the race will be run. My pick, I think I'm gonna give the credit where it is due. That is back-to-back winner in the same distance. So my pick is Buckingham.
Yeah. It's very difficult to pick, to be honest. There are three, four horses, and it's not going to be easy for the patrons as well to pick a winner here.
So tough. I think we have some superb Gotha broads that are shaping up to be some superb runners, but I love to be safe. Buckingham looks like a superb horse. Has been working well after his last win.
Okay, Tyra, both of y'all are going with Buckingham. So I'm going to give the edge to Invicta because I believe strongly that Angelissa is going to be a classic contender. And Angelissa in his first run has run 5 lengths behind Invicta. So I would give the edge to Invicta.
Nice.
So yeah.
Yeah, it will be a very interesting race.
We move on to the sixth race. It's a 6 furlong. We have 10 runners, and last time Tyra's challenge was accepted very well. So why don't you start off in this race, Tyra?
Yeah, I mean, interesting race. We have Ariana Starr, who from not being able to win in class 4 has now won in class 4. She's on a hat trick. She was very impressive last time carrying top weight. She is facing a much tougher set this time, but I think she stands a chance in this race. Stormcloud has also been very consistent. Now again, 5 kilos off his back, should run well. He's very used to having an apprentice boy on his back and can win without being whipped. Challenge accepted was very impressive last time. He's been penalized based on that run. Manor House also won last time out. Interesting, very interesting race here. We have lots of last time out winners. But yeah.
Charlie Brown also broke his maiden last time after many runs.
Another horse to look into would be Joondalup. Ran second to Stormcloud. Had only one run in Bombay. After that run, coming into this race, 6 furlongs, again running in the same class, that is class 3, along with Stormcloud. Though Stormcloud has the -5, Joondalup with Trevor on might challenge all these other horses. So that is another horse to watch out for. What about you, Yazan?
I feel challenge accepted was very impressive last time. The apprentice didn't have to use the stick at all. He went hands and heels, won well. And I did say that he should repeat. Manor House also won convincingly last time. But my pick would strictly be challenge accepted.
My pick would be challenge accepted. I think he can repeat again. What about you, Srikanth?
The way he won, I think that showed a lot of thing. I think Joondalup will definitely come close, but challenge accepted has the slight edge. So my pick would be challenge accepted.
The next race is a very, very interesting class 1 race. We have Social Butterfly coming up in class and now taking on the more experienced and established sprinters. Yazan, why don't you start?
Well, if you start with Market King, I feel bad for him, but I think I would give him the edge this time and go ahead with Market King. Even though Fontana has been running well and Social Butterfly has won well last time and has a handicap chance this time because she'll be carrying 50 kilos. Credence also 63 half minus 261, but I would still give the edge to the old man and go with Market King this time, Tyler. I want him to win a race.
Yeah, I really like that horse.
What about you, Srikanth? What do you think?
Yeah, talking about the race, only six horses in this class one. They are in class one not by chance. It's because they have the credentials to come into this race. So Credence has run behind Miss American Pie. She's one of the best sprinters in the country, right behind Time and Tide. So those are really good credentials, and it's not like far off. It's like a length, less than a length between him, between her and Miss American Pie. That's good. And then Market King. You see, if Market King was a 6-year-old, definitely this is a walkover race. But just on that age factor, he's in tremendous form. There is no doubt. Even he has run behind Miss American Pie. So Market King has the form and then the grit, even if he is old. And Social Butterfly is the younger horse, has the bloodline for sure. For sprinting, that's not a bad thing to go by. And last time out, won very convincingly in that class 2 6 furlong race, though the distance between the winner and the horse which ran second was 1.25 lengths. Social Butterfly has the bloodline, and then to come into this race, it's very hard to pick a horse. The top weight versus the bottom weight, I think I would give the edge to the younger horse with carrying 50 kilos. That is Social Butterfly. What about you, Tyra?
Tyler, what do you feel? Yeah. Would
I
you
I
stick with your Market King or
I definitely think that Social Butterfly will be put to the test in this to see if she can be one of the top sprinters. I think she has all the chance to win this. It will be tough for her, but for sure. I also like Credence.
he
Credence ran very well at level weights in the sprinters. I'm gonna go with Market King. Yes, he's a bit older, a bit quite much older now, but he's been running some very, very good races. So I hope he wins.
Credence also fits in very well in this set.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes, very well in this set.
yeah.
So let's move on to the last race of the day under the lights. The eighth race, the Hong Kong Jockey Club Trophy. It's a class 5 for horses rated 1 to 26, run over 7 furlong. You've got 10 runners. Srikanth, what are your thoughts on this one? Or Tyra, what do you say? Let's start with Tyra.
Yeah, I like Ministry of Time in this. He has been knocking on the door. I like Ministry of Time. I like Machiavellian also. Yeah, I like these two. Saseka also coming down from class 4, but she hasn't had a run in Mumbai, so we'll have to see. Obviously, very well bred with Highland Real as her sire.
Srikanth?
Yeah, I agree with Tyra. Another point to add is Machiavellian, after running in class 4, generally most of the horses running in class 4 coming to class 5 with top weight, carrying top weight, they perform really well against the class 5 horses. Again, this is an open class. Ministry of Time has been knocking on the door, but I would give the slight edge to Machiavellian because both Ministry of Time and Machiavellian have the same weight. And but Machiavellian has had the class 4 experience in the last 2 outings, which will be of very good importance.
So another horse that can also be considered, only be considered is March Eddy. He's run 4-2 Bright Button in a 10 furlong, and now they've of course brought down the distance. And Vivek Ji has kept the ride as well once again. But to add to Ministry of Time and Machiavellian, yes, Ministry of Time has run down in class already twice, was also demoted. But I would also give the edge to Machiavellian firstly because that's our diff line, and this is his first run in class 5. And just another point which may make Srikanth very happy. In one of the maiden races, he has run second to Miracle Star. And Miracle Star went on to win, of course, a graded race after that. But yeah, he has been unlucky. And I think his luck might change under lights with Anthony Raj on top. So I would also give the edge to Machiavellian.
My pick for this race would be Machiavellian.
But I think I'm gonna just go with Saseka just because of her Pune run, and I like the Gotha Broads, and yeah, just to make it interesting. But yeah, she probably does.
So
Okay.
that you feel you belong.
Thank you. Thank you, you both. Thank you so much. It's great to have you back.
That concludes our analysis for the PBMM day. We will be back with an after the post episode after the PBMM. And yeah, don't forget to comment your selections down below. And yeah, goodbye.
Thank you. Thank you,
Goodbye.
Shrikant. Thank you, Tyler.
Bye.